Welcome to. That doesn't sound like me. Welcome to Not for Broadcast, the lovely little game that just lifts up our spirits every time we play it, and just makes us just love the world even more. Because because this one is so messed up that there is no recovery. You are at work a little. I'm actually gonna read it this time because be a good video person maker. I still can't read this because the box is covering it. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened, though. If the swarm of CC community cohesion officers all over the building is anything to go by, this is just the Channel 1 matter. This is confirmed when you are informed you need to speak to Bozeman immediately and are escorted to his office. You sit nervously outside, waiting for your boss. A few minutes later, the boss man runs a stern like his CCO in tow. Yes, Winston, good. This is Specialist Abels. She will be observing the interview. Please come inside and take a seat. The ruddy-faced man bustles into his office and leaves the door open for you to follow. The few times you've been here before, it was immaculate, with everything in its proper place. Not so today. No, it's serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. Okay, so if you're just finding these videos, congratulations, I guess. I don't know how you did that, but I'm me, and if you haven't seen this game, this is not the main part of the game. This is just a side part of the game. The main part of the game comes later, and that part's of it worth watching. It's because unlike me, it's actually enjoyable to watch. So, Alex, do you know why you're here today? Will's eyes are sharp, and his gaze is fixed on your face from across the desk. Abels is standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. I don't really know. I wasn't involved with anything that happened yesterday. I assume to do with what happened at Disrupt. No, not really. So which is a heinous outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt have been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind you to your left, where your CCO observer is standing, and it is, of course, our duty to root out this rot, wherever we find it, to prevent anything like last night happening ever again. I have been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all staff members involved, and will be submitting a personal review of your performance both during the incident in question and throughout your time here. This can only end well. This is my comment, apparently. So, I don't really think that either side should regain power. They both, well, maybe Disrupt. They just want it to go back to the way it was before. But then again, they never like confirmed what they were gonna do when they got back in office or whatever. And Advance, I know I don't really support, but it's just very Disrupt seems to be the lesser of two evils. Shoots you a quick smile. Don't worry, I'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Raises the paper as well as and clears his throat and begins. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather none of them take any longer than necessary. Please be brief, concise, and clear in your answers. So let's start at the beginning of the broadcast, though. After the attack at the memorial seemed to have portrayed the terrorists in a quite sympathetic light. Why? Yes, of course, with everything in flux. Certainly you did the best you could, Alex. You always do. Postman scribbles some notes down, the noise of his pen scratching into the notepad, punctuated only by the constant tick-tock of his ornate clock. Hopefully this will all be over soon. Reviewing the broadcast, we noticed something particular camera choice. It was while everyone else was talking. Where did I put it? Yes, here we are. Do you recognize this? With a flourish, Bozeman produces the leaflet from the notice board and places it on the desk in front of you. I honestly didn't even notice it was there. I'm sure you was just part of the set. Why else would it have been there and on camera? Well, that makes sense. You're responsible in a set. You can only assume that what's there is meant to be, after all. You get the feeling that at least some of the above was for the benefit of the CCO in the room. Thank you, Alex. And again, for Abel's benefit, you're so loyal. Not exactly subtle there. At this point, Bozeman looked out, took a pair of glasses somewhat delicately on the end of his nose, and the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes in detail. Now, obviously, we expect an odd bit of interference here, and they are unavoidable, However, he paused, turning the page at an agonizing pace. Interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda. Would you care to explain how quite so much of their messaging found its way on our airwaves? On the corner of your eye, you note special, more attentive waiting. Your boss's response. Well, it's certainly true that accidents happen, and with the very stresses of last night's broadcast, I don't think anyone could begrudge you a slight drop in attention. Bosom smiles warmly at you as Abel's returns to their passive stance. You offer a strained smile back. A creak breaks the growing silence as his chair. Bozeman, is someone's chair? The tape of that poor Miss Brightman. Why did you play it? Help me understand. Why play that tape? As you mean as gay as you're almost surprised to see an earnest concern in the old man's eye. To watch Bozeman slowly cleans his glasses before answering. Well, at the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I don't know if I'd have done the same in your shoes. Man, I can't get my name right. It isn't Alex. But I think it's clear enough that you thought that it was the right thing to do, and that's all we can ask of you. Clears his throat and leans forward again, and smile once again on his face. I believe that's all I had for you, anyhow. Thank God it's over. I'm just gonna not read this part because I'm bored of this. It's the ADD. Plus, I don't really care about Alex. I'm moving in a paradise. It's a lot of days. A job down. I find that days start with the instead of a are broadcast days. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Oh, this is a broadcast day because it's loading. I think this is the more light-hearted broadcast day. The sterility.
Hello, Alex. I've checked the schedule for tonight. Nothing major to report. Certainly isn't anything you can't handle. Still, at least my daughter's in for Advance's new initiative. That should liven things up a bit here. Keep up the good work.
After the birth of their unexpectedly large family. At 9:15, it's What Music is Best? A rundown of the top-selling songs across the territories. Expect catchy tunes and scenes of an inappropriate
Oh boy.
nature, not one to miss.
There are no ads for anything else.
Where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads
Oh
excerpts from
God.
his diary in front of a warm fire. Then at 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series, Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians struggling.
And this is Jenny, she's the floor manager.
Hi, Stacey.
That's Colin. He, too much, don't talk to Colin.
Not getting involved and bring your daughter to work, eh, Colin?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
How did it all go so right? That's followed by the territory
Atta girl.
advanced briefing.
10 seconds, everybody.
Mondays a myth.
Explains so much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
As we go over to Megan and the team at the
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Go fuck yourself.
All right then, here are the stories that matter to you. First up,
She sounds
with
lovely.
Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile. My record is this scarf. It's 124 metres long. Thank you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences, and I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot are the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Catherine from Berkeldown sent us this, saying, I couldn't help but spot the face of poor departed Peter Clement in my fourth lager this morning.
Oh,
I'm not
yes.
sure if I see it, Catherine, but then again, I'm only on my third. Do keep those coming in. Can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from, yeah, and then read it out. Okay.
So this one says it's from John in Stokely. Before I was convicted, I'd never read a single book, but since I was released from Betterment, I haven't been able to stop. I'm even working at a library, and on our lunch breaks, Mr. Wordyworth spell checks my tattoos.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right, Alex.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the S effect buttons for the next segment, but advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just follow your government orders.
Oh wow, this is awful.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's team lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay, surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us. This is the new future, and I say to you, it's better now.
Oh wow.
I am
Everything
very
about
excited
this
to
just
be
screams
joined
better.
by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Touchbadger. So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Oh, could you turn it on?
He says it drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that, yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
So, Alfie.
What?
You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everybody?
Oh boy.
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
I like this story.
The joke
Who
is
are you
that they
really?
don't actually have a live audience.
Oh, so you're you know,
A woman?
Yeah, a woman. One of
Women
them.
can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Oh, can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Whoa, aren't you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that, so...
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Well, that's fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which was a popular name for a dog back then on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times, divorced 8. There was a mix-up with number 3, see. Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here, the weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1.
Oh,
In the
wow.
past, she'd have been locked up.
So she's murdered more old people than everyone
Tonight,
else.
she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snister.
Are you here to change me?
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Doctor, I mean, and don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Well,
There he goes. Look.
I can't get the
There is
arm
no
out
live
of the
audience.
iron
I'm the
again.
live
We'll
audience.
have to
That's
go
what I'm
down
doing
now.
right now. See the
Thank
things.
God those fractious times are behind us, and now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actor said to the bishop.
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snister, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Crikey, don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it still on fire?
And Daphne Snister, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these white front for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh, right you are, love.
Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia, Jackson Randy-Gannis.
Oh, wow.
Medals, Alfie.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson. He was from way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
Should we just grab them ourselves?
Probably for the best.
And his best mate, Smudger Ace. There was them two. Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl, but she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen, close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankfurt prison in an argument over an olive. And Terry, he exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death. This makes you think.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who would never even own a pony. So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see.
Oh, wow.
Private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that.
This
all
is why
night,
you
but
don't
we're
exist
done.
anymore.
So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, before we do, there's something I wanted to say to you.
Oh, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
You might as
Well, have the rest of it too.
Oh, security!
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Fannies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
Patch Badger. And you are? Oh, no.
Gotta go.
Oh.
It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. Oh, no, you don't.
You can't mix pearls with swine. It isn't right. We used to have 3 horses sent into Bethel and hung well. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that would bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Patch Badger. Pleased to meet you.
Stop them!
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh, 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 oh.
You better break their waddy nose.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in my 20s and we go to the promenade at Shining on Sea and watch all the pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course.
Oh yes, because colour hadn't been invented yet.
And tried to win a block of lard to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then. Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited by the circuses. There were loads of them, you see, circuses, with their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music, the pipe organ, drifting over the nearby fields. My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus, don't go mind. Yeah, just the tea, Pat.
Well, that was an unexpected dose of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. So cohesive, such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got 'em, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighbourhood.
Snitch.
Then he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
Oh, Alfie Patch Badger.
You should be in a transition centre, you old non... Prime Minister. It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you.
I'll kill him myself. I'll send him to the transition center.
Well, been much of a role model.
Nonsense, Prime Minister. You have saved this country. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with an iron fist. As with my own tiny fists have I.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
Yep, send him to the transition center. You know, he likes it.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation.
Oh, I just realized it has to have the green thing on it if it wants you to see it.
Just like you did on Liberation Night. Thank you for this award. And
It has to have the green bar there if
report the non-cohesion.
it tells you when what camera to focus on.
That concludes tonight's awards. Join me next week when, hopefully, things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretties were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And we're out. You know, somewhere else in this building.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work, Petunia, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. Of course. I'll speak to you later. Oh, Alex. Completely forgot what I was going to say. Blasted off. Still, I'm lucky to have her.
Reckon watching us somewhere. Laughing.
Jeremy, are you watching?
Are you receiving her?
Are you fucking with her?
Oh, right. So she can swear.
So, Patrick and Robin are just going to grab the and then you've got these generic links on your to glue it all together.
They do know I have a Queen's View degree in journalism.
Don't you wish you'd studied something useful, eh?
You must bring your daughter to work day. What a chance.
Where is our honoured guest?
Sitting around that boy band. Hot spot.
Heat rash. Hotspot won it last year.
Heat rash. Oh, God, they're running out of names, aren't they?
I hear the computer comes up with them. The songs too. Ah, there she is, and just in time too. It's 10 seconds, everybody.
What have you been up to?
What's it to you?
And we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here.
Wishing she wasn't.
Thanks, Stacey. And in this segment, we're delighted to
wish she
present
wasn't
Robin
here
and
either.
Patrick to the movies. Yes, tonight is the world premiere of The Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late, great Helena Canterbury. And all the stars are out tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then, for mysterious reasons, the
thing.
film was suddenly
The
pulled the night before its
first
release.
video.
Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition and premiering tonight. With extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team, George says it's the movie he always wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
It's a replicator from Stargate.
I can't deconstruct it.
Captain?
I can't deconstruct it. Robots!
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that?
No, Dick, I'll kill you. Think of Saturn.
There's something on your face, Chief Harrison! I wish you were real, baby. Flesh and blood.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros, baby. If only I'd noticed.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted, but I didn't notice.
Captain.
I'm buffering, chick, you said.
Got one on you.
God damn it, lost it all!
Here's a map.
What's a map? Okay, so
Wow,
head
this
north
looks
on
really
Interstellar,
good.
Left of the asteroid belt, and a tricky 3-point turn at Uranus. What are these symbols? This corner. This is the key.
We could shut it down.
Yes, we could shut it down. Yes, we could shut it down. But we have to ask ourselves, who are we?
You see, that's a very tricky question.
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What do you think, Stacey?
The robots were alright, I guess.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show. Robin!
You, shall we?
Yes, we are live from Western Square with a man who needs no introduction, Florence Blunderclatch. How has your evening been so far?
Magical. Absolutely magical. My most dear friends all gathered here to celebrate my work. One really couldn't ask for much more, could one?
Well, on that note,
I think we see another appearance from Jesus
are you hoping to add
here.
to your collection for a third time?
If you're fans of that.
I really couldn't say. But
And also
if
that
the
Miley
association
Cyrus
deigned
parody
to honor me
lady.
for a fourth time.
And Billy
It's
Bob
really
jean
difficult to
shorts.
say. But let's just say that I know of 3 little gold men who are getting rather lonely.
Absolutely.
Because I've won 3 little awards.
And each more deserved than the last. Well, it's safe to say that your career has gone supersonic in the last couple of years. How's that been?
Well, as I was saying to Stephen only yesterday, that's Stephen Spellman. The Stephen Spellman.
It's a Steven Spielberg pal
Unbelievable
parody.
mind. I said, Stephen, you know, this really has been quite the ride. Did you know what he said? He agreed with me.
Wow. And what do you attribute your success to?
Well, if we're talking actual numbers, I'd have to say 60% talent, 30% looks, and 10% passion, brackets general. Not to mention the incredible coverage on election night. That really was the start of it all. That and my own range of sick bags. Lawrence's Chundercatch.
Wow. Who could forget? Well, it's been a delight talking to you, as always. Thank you so much. Well, Patrick Bannon should be with Lil C for a conversation that doesn't involve vomit. Patrick!
Thank you, Robin.
Oh yes, that is Patrick
I'm
Bannon.
joined here by pop icon. It's Lil C. And her father,
Oh, the
country
man's
singer
alright.
and alien worshipper, Billy Bob Jean Short.
Howdy.
So, Lil C, what's with the bag?
She knows what she's done.
Well, we love this look. Is it one of yours?
No, you know it's not. We don't do that anymore.
Yes, of course. Your clothing label went bankrupt, didn't it?
Yes, because a certain TV show failed to fulfill their contractual obligations.
Well, you look great.
Oh, well, that's probably due to her new cosmetics and wellness brand.
Well, I'm not sure that it is.
Let her show you. This is our new eyeshadow palette. She calls this one Glands.
Wow, it's scented. Wow, that was a surprise.
And this next one, this is our new lipstick. We call this shade Lips.
Oh, wow. Why is it so salty?
It's organic. And this, our next one, this body spray, this is a body mist which rebalances your hormones and actually smells like fertility.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You feel that?
Yeah, that burns. Oh,
All this is part of Lil C's new range, straight from my veins.
oh, good lord.
Breeze Craglar!
So, you're retiring from the music industry. That must be hard.
Well, she's way past her prime, Patrick. It was very hard for her to accept at first, but the industry's very, very sure about these things.
Yes.
Well, you sure we can't convince you to release just one last album?
We do actually have another album ready, but that's for the label to release in case she dies over the next 10 years or so.
Oh.
Well, given the way she's
Smart
going,
thinking.
you might get it by Christmas.
Well.
Oh boy.
We better let you get back.
Now remember, we need the money. So, she's also available for parties, weddings, funerals, and bar mitzvahs.
Well, thank you, Lil C. That's Lil C there. Oh. Oh, and it looks like Robin has got hold of Jay's. Is it obvious I'm sweating, Robin?
Oh, Jesus, I almost can't believe you're here. How have you been?
You know, I like to walk amongst the peoples every now and then. It makes them feel close to me.
Right, yes.
And to be close is to be human. And to be human is to be apart. But that was good, write that down. Rachel, write that one down.
It's good to see you've done so well for yourself.
Thank you, my child. You know, I have you to thank for that. If it was never for your show supporting me and my music, I never would have transcended.
Now, there are rumours going around that you might be running for office. Is there
Oh
any
God,
truth to that?
is this a
Yeah,
Kanye
that's
reference?
absolutely true, yeah.
But you're aware that elections have been suspended in the territories?
No,
Or was this made too
I'm not
early
running
for
to be
that?
no Prime Minister.
Oh, you're not?
This
No.
game came out in 2022, so.
I'm gonna be King of the Moon.
King of the Moon.
King of the Moon?
Yes.
No, sorry. You're running for King of the Moon?
No, not running. It's my birthright.
And does this have anything to do with promoting your upcoming hip opera?
Let's see the paperwork behind that.
Hush now. Cynicism is so unmoon.
Okay. And how long will this last? Will it go the way of last year's Living as a Mouse fiasco? Or maybe your foray into ventriloquist beats?
I don't make them rules. I merely live by them.
So, are you looking forward to seeing The Automated?
No, I don't believe in film. Thou shalt keep thine image still unholy. That's track 4, Jesus Christ Megastar.
Okay. Thank you for your time and good luck with your new life in space.
And with you, my child.
That was kind of weird.
Well, Megan, that's what success looks like. I'm going to see if we can grab someone else to have a chat. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. But I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lil C was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
You're right.
You agree with me?
No, you're right, I don't like your opinion. But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Oh, Patrick, what's the atmosphere like there?
It's absolutely buzzing here, Megan. The anticipation is killing us. But a little birdie's told us that any moment now, we should get a glimpse of someone incredibly popular with our viewers. A favourite destination for many of the fans.
Oh, who's this gonna be?
The Mayor of Bumley will be arriving literally any second now. No sign of him yet, but as you can tell, the atmosphere here really is something else. Patrick Bannon, NNN, what's it been like since Bumley got so popular?
Well, it's been wonderful. The tourism numbers have exploded thanks to the marketing campaign. Investors have ploughed millions into the town. We've got more Bumleyan jobs. It's brought more Bumleyan homes.
Are these this guy from the Bumlands ads?
Of course, it's not all bums and roses. It's almost impossible to get a good look at the whole these days. The crowds are unbelievable. Who can blame them? It's a bloody marvellous hole.
And how have you found public service?
Well, to be frank with you, it's been the greatest honour of my life to serve the town that I love so dearly. From the banks of the graceful Taint to the quiet elegance of the vomit-soaked car park outside the 24-hour petrol station. It's been a privilege, a pleasure, a gift, and I can't thank the mayor enough for all he's done.
Let's talk to the mayor now. Excuse me, sir, can you tell us a bit of what it's like to be elected
That's
to
an Australian?
such a prestigious office?
I feel like that's kind of weird.
And do you have any words for your legions of fans out there?
I mean, why are they letting foreigners
But blistering
be
honesty
mayor
from
in
the Right Honourable
England?
Peanut T. Fortescue there. And his PA.
A proclamation. Quickly, fetch a policy bag. Yes, sir. We'll get it ratified at once.
Well, there you have it, Megan. What an honour to literally see local government at work there. I'm still in shock. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Patrick. What a Colourful
Patrick
interview
Bennett.
there on what looks like an amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance. I hope. And the automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris Hawsey in Hours magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, "and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through," the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you seen anything unusual there?
Only if you would count an ant colony doing a dance number. I know, I can't believe it either. And joining me now is legend of the pitch and of the headlines.
Oh, we get to see him in the flesh.
Joining me now is Johnny Hams. No, sorry, excuse me, Reverend.
Sorry, I'm going to have to book you for that one.
My apologies again. So you are now
Johnny
the
Hams
leader
leaves.
of a
It's a personal development program that promotes growth through sports-based systems improvement.
right. And tell us about this program. How does it work?
It's simple, really, Robin. New members start in Division 1 and through intensive 90-minute courses can accumulate enough points to get into the playoffs to gain promotion to Better League.
And if you don't get enough points?
Relegation.
Well, you wouldn't want that, I'm sure. So what kind of teachings are in your program?
Start with your basics like your keepy uppies and your boot studies. Move on to the more advanced stuff like the offside rule.
Johnny, will you tell our viewers at home what it's like?
Sorry, you've been warned. Shocking behaviour, and that's you banned from the next 2 interviews.
Oh, well, I guess I better hand back to the studio then. I'll hit the showers and then get a stern dressing down from the manager in the changing rooms. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks, Robin. Lucky you, and enjoy the movie. The Automated opens in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, eh, Stacey?
Who cares? No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course. We'll be back after these messages. I still go to the cinema.
You should get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Oh, yeah, I've got a video recorder. It's just not the same, is it?
You're right, it's better. No unevens chatting and chewing all the way through.
What about a kiss and cuddle on the back row? Doesn't that happen anymore?
In public? What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. Feeling better? Got to get set up for heat rash. I think Ronnie's on something. I know he is. It was on his rider. Apparently it's medicinal.
Ronnie's always high. Give him orange juice.
God, she speaks.
He's a stupid cunt.
And just like that, you wish you wouldn't.
An original composition of cooperation and cohesiveness. A song of solidarity for a steadfast society.
We seem to be a bit bunched up at the moment.
Oh, don't worry. It's so cold.
It's what now?
Is record or notate your
Oh, here's Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello. Hi.
This is her. This is Stacey.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
Fuck off, Ronnie.
Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
Whatever.
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room?
Space
Hmm?
Parts 1, 2,
No.
and 5. So why not
No what?
put on your composing trousers, sharpen your music stick, and have
No.
Very interesting ad.
Thank you.
And sit up straight. You're ruining my shot.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
No, cool.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's no?
Bring in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash. Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right.
They're all
It's
gay,
no
100%.
Ronnie?
That's what it says on my tattoo.
Oh, you've got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean.
God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm actually 23, the oldest one. I have a growth disorder.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so cool, Preeti.
He's only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
Okay, right, I see. You're going to be a handful, are you, boys?
Mum.
And you must be TP. What does TP stand for?
Tiny prick.
It stands for team player.
I see. How long have you had that nickname?
Ever since Nolan decided Terry Prodnos was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
No co, Ronnie.
Yeah, no co, Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
Ah, it's the opposite of SoCo.
Fuck's sake. SoCo.
Yeah.
So cohesive. You pretees say cool.
Right, okay, thank you, Stacey.
Sorry about her.
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, team players with a Z.
So how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dell and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on team players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And, yeah, we went to their houses and they just put us into bands.
it's an example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we work in harmony.
And occasionally singing.
So every week on the show, they get these bands and they give them a song that the producer just found from under the bin somewhere.
Actually, I write the song.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah?
Mum.
What?
No-co. Pretty. So no-co.
The band who get the most approval get to play their song again.
Sure. So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
What do I keep doing wrong?
We don't use the L word anymore.
You mean losers?
Would you please stop saying that?
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go-Getters, I learned very early that we only win when everybody wins.
But, sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board, no?
I thought you were SoCo.
Yeah, I am so good.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinkers.
She doesn't know what you're talking about.
Kill
She doesn't
them all.
understand.
So I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's
is,
a preteen, Mum?
Well, I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Pre-territories.
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you pretees.
Uneven.
Mimis. Nonks.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it.
I'm not that old.
I'm trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See? Total Mimi.
Is that so?
Yes, obviously. Yes, obviously.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co, bricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
SoCo, Stacey. SoCo.
We've all learned maybe a little bit more than
Just
we
murdered
expected
them all.
to there.
There's no
I'm
hope.
genuinely delighted to have met Heat Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls on My
Oh,
Record
no.
called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I had with an actual girl.
Oh, Nolan, give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry.
Right you are.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music and a bit of jizzcore. Pop music is...
Ah, yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently, these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the Santa with a brand new pair of Lakers, baby, do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my heart. We wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka and stang. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag. I gave you little pieces of my heart. I didn't know two hearts could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist.
They're still around.
The loves that didn't last and leave them in the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay. You make me crazier than Neil today. On Liberation Night, girl, I was sitting beside you. We sat there shaking all the way through incisors. We held each other as things fell apart. We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories. You took a dozen pieces of my heart. I didn't know that life could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times you have cried. As my old mom used to say, blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Make me crazier than Neil today. And now I'm staring at your membership card. There's your picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to
I think they should have been eliminated from the show with like a gun.
and leave them in the uneven part. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried.
This is an exaggeration, I don't understand kind of thing.
Blow me away. I just want
Only necessary gun violence.
I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neo. Crazier than Neo. Crazier than Neo today.
Wow. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Newflash. That was actually really good. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Now it's almost time for final thoughts tonight. And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now, I have no idea what she's going to say. So, fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. I guess you know that by now. Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehashed movies and fucking boy bands, so... Anyway. I'm going to talk about
what's important to me. When Advance were first elected 6 years ago, I was 9 and in a home. Not a family home like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings. The food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Okay. Not all of them, but the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. We had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life, got better. Because finally, there was enough
Why
money
you
to do
swear
good
so
things,
much?
and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go-Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends.
I
that
swear
could
if my
talk with
recording
when the bombs
bugs
went
out
off and the
and
power
like
went
crashes again, I'm going to
Another
kill
miracle.
myself.
I wasn't alone anymore. And that
Because I'm
was
not
the night I
re-recording
finally
all of
understood
this
the
again.
importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who are doing better under the old system
But not really though,
long
because
to go
that's
back.
not right. Don't do
You
that.
say, we were freer. But what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you, there is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that. So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent on miracles.
Well, people are not going to be happy to hear that.
Wow, thank you, Stacey, for that. Thank you, Stacey.
Stand by.
Tomorrow, better.
And we're out.
Is that all right? Yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
So I guess you're going to be taking me back to the home now then?
I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options, if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing a few years ago now.
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke? I heard about that, everyone did. Were you here back then? Doesn't look old enough.
She's growing on me.
Satisfaction
Yeah,
radiates
she
from
does that.
every metric. We are producing more and faster than ever before. We have more time to focus on our inner lives, for leisure, for art. We have less stress, and we are healthier than ever. Our new future is secure. We are strong together, as a community, a team, safe from the divisive despots beyond our borders for whom cohesiveness is an alien concept. Every day, across
Well, that was an interesting broadcast. Well, maybe I'll record another episode after this. I think that might be the last one. I don't know. I don't know what happens after this point, so... Oh boy. It's like a new frontier for all of us. Goodbye. Please come back.